What's good, YouTube? Back here with another video. Today we're going to be doing a high bald fade with a goatee trim and edge up. My client here, he has a little bit of baldness in some of the hairline area on the left side of the head, which you can't really see right now. But we're going to go ahead and be renovating his hairline today. We're going to be giving him a nice and blurry high bald fade. So right now I'm just debulking. Got a number 2 guard, lever closed, just taking down all that hair at the top right now. So once we get all this knocked down at the top, we're going to go ahead and make our initial bald line. We're going to take our Andis Slim Line Pro LIs. We're going to go ahead and start making our guideline pretty high. And we're just going to completely bald underneath that. Same steps as we always do with all my videos, all my haircuts. Just want to follow the same process to keep the same consistency in your haircuts. But I just want to say thank you for tuning into the video today. I appreciate everybody who is subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. We just hit 700 subscribers this past week. It's a great accomplishment for myself. The channel's been growing very well, and that's all thanks to everybody that's watching, sharing, liking the videos. And I just want to say that I truly appreciate each and everybody. But back to the haircut. We got all that bald line and all that bulk knocked out the bottom. Now we have the Andis shaver. I want to go ahead and just start balding out, completely balding, baby skin, smooth bald, everything underneath the trimmer that we just used. So we're going to go ahead and do this all the way around the head. We're just going to keep that consistency with what we're doing. Adding the shaver and completely balding to skin adds another level of gradiency to your haircut, to your fade. It makes your fade have more of a transition, and that extended blend just gives the fade just a lot more blurriness to it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our magic clips, the metal edition. These are 0 gap. We're going to go ahead and open that lever. We're going to make our first panel of hair that we're going to be fading into. So with this video, I'm going to do one side, and then I'm going to speed up the next side because it's going to be the same process. But right now we have the lever, and we're just opening and closing the lever and fading up that panel of hair right there, and you'll just see that hairline dissipate before your eyes. So once we're done with this side and fading out this panel of hair, we're going to go ahead and get our number 1 guard. It's going to be a number 1, lever closed. And right now, just detailing a little bit of areas that I see that are dark. And that's crucial to your haircuts, you know. But right now, we have that 1 guard. We're taking that number 1 guard, and we're making another panel of hair to fade up. So we're not making extremely huge panels of hair to cut up. We're going up about maybe ½ an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. And then we're going to go ahead and put that half guard on, and when it's going to lever play, we're just going to open and close that lever until we get that hair faded out in that panel. Then the next thing we're going to do after we do that is we're going to take our 1.5 guard, and we're going to go ahead and make another panel of hair to fade up. It's the same process for every haircut, I say. It just makes things easy, and it makes your haircuts consistent. When you follow a pattern, when you follow a process, it just makes life a lot easier, and it helps your time management as well. So after we do the 1.5 close, we're going to go ahead and revert back to the number 1 guard. We're going to open the lever slightly, fade up, open the lever slightly, and fade up, and go ahead and get that nice and faded right there along the ridge of the head. And after this process, we're going to take our 1.5 guard again. And since we did a number 2 closed at the top, all we're going to have to do is lever play with that 1.5 and fade into the top right there along the high part of the ridge of the head. And that'll get your client's hair faded nicely on that side right there. Right now I have that half guard on, and I'm just detailing little dark spots that I see and just making sure that everything is blurry, is nice and faded, nice and blended. So this side I'm going to go and speed up. This is the exact same process as the other side, and I'm just going to go ahead and let this play out. But the high bald fade, or any bald fade in general that went extremely close to skin when I first started cutting hair, was one of the most difficult haircuts for me, is because I would use the shaver, and I could never get that bald line to trimmer, that transition blended well enough. There'd always be a hard bald line when I used the shaver, and that was something I had to work on a lot. But when you just get a process down and you follow the same steps and you just continue to put those reps in, you'll get that consistency. I'm not too sure what kind of haircuts you guys struggle with, but I'll be open and honest that there's some haircuts that I have struggled with, but you just putting the reps in will get you to the point you need to be at. Right now, low fades, I would say about a year ago, were something that were time consuming to me because it was a little bit difficult. But now I'm knocking them out. I'm finding ways to get the process down, to get the haircut to work with steps I take, and just getting them knocked out. In barbering, you have to find things that work for you, that work for your time management, and that'll help you out. They may be unorthodox and different to a lot of people, a lot of different barbers, but if it gets the job done, I say you use it to your ability, use it to your advantage. We can never say one way is the right way or one way is the wrong way, because that is like pure opinion. If you find something that works for you, add it to your process, your daily process of haircuts, and just start getting fades knocked out that way, and use it to your advantage, like I said. And right now we're just doing the back part of the head, and we're just going to follow the same steps as we did on the other side. Right now we have the lever close, the opening and closing lever play, and now we got the number 1 guard. And right here on the back is where the cowlick is at, so the hair goes in many different directions. So you want to make sure that you're taking that clipper and going completely against the grain to make sure that it's completely faded in. So as you can see, I'm flipping the clipper sideways, upside down, and we're just making sure that we get that all faded in, going against the grain, because you want to make sure that everything is blended evenly. You want to make sure that you're putting the same effort into every part of the haircut, whether it be the edge up, the fade, the facial hair trimming. You want to, even, your customer service, you want to make sure that you're giving your 100% best every time. And like I was saying, if you find something that works for you, use it. A lot of the stuff I show and teach is just stuff that works for me, and hopefully, it can help out new barbers and it'll help out your processes. But the next thing here we're going to do is the goatee trim. And right now I'm just over directing the hair towards the inside and knocking off all the flyaways that come over to the side and making that goatee nice and straight. Now, once I do the outside, I'm over directing the hair toward the outside and trimming anything that flies off the side. And we're just going to make all that nice and sharp, nice and straight. And you want to make sure that you have everything symmetrical. So I'm doing the left side first. I'm going to do the left side of the edge up, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the right side after all this. But I did spray some hair spritz on to make sure that hairline stays in place, and those flyaway hairs at the top will all stay in place, so that I can get a nice straight edge up for my client here. And after I do this left side, like I said, we'll revert to the right side, and the same exact steps we took on the left side, we're going to do the right side. We're going to maintain that symmetry to make sure that we have an even haircut all the way around. So after we get this vertical bar edged up, straightened down, we're going to revert back to the goatee on the right side, as you can see here, over directing the hair to the inside, knocking all the flyaways out. And then after we do that, we're going to go ahead and over direct the hair toward the outside and edge that up right there. And this is going to give the client's goatee a nice clean trimmed look. The sharper the better, the more precise the better. Putting your all into these haircuts will make sure that your clients continue to come back every time. So after we knock out the goatee, we're going to go ahead and knock out the hairline, the edge up portion on this right side. As you can see where I'm edging up right now on the top, there's a little bit of baldness right there. So with that baldness, what today we're going to be doing is going to be using the Beam Team XL, the 245 color enhancement, the no drip. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in a little bit and resurrect that hairline back to its full potential. So right now I have a little mister that I put hair lotion in that I got from the beauty supply store, and water and a little bit of eucalyptus oil. So I put all that in there. It softens up the skin and moisturizes it so I could edge up that portion of the hairline. And right now we're using the 245 triple cartridge razor. I have regular derby blades that you can get from Sally's. Not the best razors, but they're conveniently here, so I can just go down to the store and buy them. But they do the job, they get the job done. And with that mister and softening up the skin and moisturizing it, it helps the shave be a lot smoother. So that's what we're looking for. You want to make sure that your client is comfortable with the service that you're doing. So as you can see, using this 245 triple cartridge exposed blade razor, we're getting this edge up nice and crispy, nice and sharp, so we can throw on that color enhancement. A lot of people nowadays are like really against color enhancement, but if my clients are digging it, that's all that matters, is the client's preference. So my clients love it, so I'm going to continue to keep doing it and learning more about it. But what we're going to be using is going to be the black brown 245 color enhancement, the no drip. I'm going to be throwing that into our Beam Team XL, the 245 air compressor they have. And I'm using a color card that was made by Sean Cuts Hair. Go follow his YouTube channel. Go follow his Instagram. Go give him a follow at Sean Cuts Hair. That's the color card I'm using to create a barrier on where the color is going to stop. This thing is really convenient. It's better than going through business card after business card. It's very durable. You can wash it off, and it's just a very convenient tool to have and add to your arsenal. That it's something that you didn't think that you needed, but you once you have it, you're like, you know what, I'm not going to revert back to a business card. This thing really comes in handy. So shout out to Sean Cuts Hair. Go follow his Instagram at Sean Cuts Hair. So as you can see right now, we're filling in the hairline with the color enhancement here. But what we're doing is we're hitting the vertical bars right now on the right side of the head. And after we hit the vertical bars on this side of the head, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the left side. Hit the left vertical bar. We're going to go ahead and get that enhancement on there. Just a light coat, just enough to show that distinction on where the hairline is at. So after I put the color enhancement on, I spray my blade with a little bit of alcohol, and what that does is just give me room to maneuver the color. Once it's on there, it dries very quickly, so alcohol is gonna remove the color. So any alcohol based product you want to stay away from if you have the color enhancement in, so that whether it be hairsprays, gels, lotions, etc. But so with the color, it dries quick, so the alcohol on the blade helps you to maneuver and manipulate where that color is going to be moving to. So as you can see, got the edge up nice and crispy, hitting the left vertical bar. And this is pretty much it for the haircut. This is the resurrection of his hairline. Nice and blurry cut, nice and simple, high bald fade. I appreciate everybody for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. If you got anything out of this video, leave me a message down in the comment section below. Leave me some feedback. Like I said, though, I appreciate all my subscribers. We're on the road to 1,000. We're at 706 right now. So thank you to those who've been riding with me from the jump. I really appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. But until next time, peace.